If you've got plantar fasciitis, can you go running, or is that going to slow down your recovery process? Let's find out today. Salut, c'est Stéphane from Safe Motions. On this channel, we talk about injury prevention and injury treatments for runners. We don't intend to replace a consultation to a medical specialist. If you're in pain, go consult and then come back to this channel and then watch the videos and then click like and then subscribe and then comment. Today we're going to explore if you can or if you should run with plantar fasciitis, and if you have to rest, what you can do in order to improve your running in any case. It's not because you have to rest that you have to do nothing. So first of all, what is your level of pain? Can you physically run? Is the pain so much that you have to stop after a while? If the pain is that high, then I'd recommend strongly that you go and consult a specialist, because this might not be plantar fasciitis. For example, if you've partially torn your plantar fascia, if you run over it, you have a chance of tearing it further. So just let the pain guide you. If you're not in that situation where there's excruciating pain, then what you could do is go out for a low intensity, low volume run. Just try out a few kilometers jogging and see how it feels after the run or the next morning when you wake up. Did that increase the pain when you wake up in the morning? If not, great, you're on the right path. If it did, then you need to reduce the volume even more or reduce the intensity of your next workout. Now, the second thing that you should do, now that you've reduced the intensity and the volume of your runs, you're just jogging, you've got a lot more space and time to work on your gait, on your technique, and on your running form. At the end of this video, I'll give you a routine to fix common gait anomalies. This is also a great opportunity for you to work on all the accessory exercises, all the other exercises outside of running. Now, in your warm-up and your cool-down, you're going to integrate some therapeutic exercises, and that's really what's going to help you with a faster recovery. So every time you go running, you integrate all of that and you've done a good overall complete workout. Because you've got plantar fasciitis, you can't skip the warm-up, you can't skip the cool-down. So first of all, let's have a look at the routine to make sure your gait is good. You're going to find yourself a sidewalk, and you're going to stand with one foot on the sidewalk and the other foot in the air. From this position, the first thing that you're going to look at is if your hips are level. You want to have, say, the line of your t-shirt completely horizontal. Once that's done, lift the knee up with the hip bent at 90 degrees. You've got your ankle that's also bent at about 90 degrees. And from here, you're going to slowly swing your leg backwards. And as your leg straightens up and goes back, you're going to squeeze your glutes. Make sure it's truly active and strongly squeezed up. From here, you're going to slowly bring your heel towards your glutes, doing almost like a butt kicker movement, but slowly, and you transition into a figure of four stance, and then all the way to the initial position. All these steps, make sure you've got the key moments in. You can do that 10, 15 times, and as you get comfortable with it, you can accelerate a little bit, and you do it on both sides. It's always interesting to compare the left and the right to see if you've got weaknesses on one side, or if it's burning more on one side than the other, or if there's a dysfunction. And the second exercise you're going to do to fix your gait is simply going to be lunges. You're going to take a long step forward, make sure that everything's pointing forward, the toes, the foot, and then from there you're going to bend the back knee and lift the back heel off the floor. What you're looking for there is making sure that the front knee is right above the ankle and not caving in towards the inside or out towards the outside. In this position, just hang out for a few seconds, test your balance a little bit, and then walk forward and change sides, same thing. Let's move on to the warm-up routine. Now, in your warm-up routine, you want to integrate, first and foremost, a stretch of the Achilles tendon. The way we want to stretch it specifically for plantar fasciitis is finding yourself a sidewalk, and you're going to lock the toes against the vertical part of the sidewalk and then bend your knee forward or lean forward into a traditional calf stretch, but with your toes upwards. So then you're stretching the big toe, the plantar fascia that sits underneath the foot, and the Achilles tendon. A lot of the plantar fascia issues are due to the big toe being inflexible, or all the toes in general. So you want to make sure that you're stretching from the tip of the toes all the way to the Achilles tendon and up to the calf. hold the stretch for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then you could also bend the knee to stretch the Achilles tendon through another muscle called the soleus. And I always recommend that you do maybe the stretch 2 times 10 seconds instead of 20 seconds, or 3 times 10 seconds instead of 30 seconds. And the second warm-up exercise I want you to do is in that same stretching position with the foot against the vertical part of the sidewalk. This time you're going to do some heel raises and heel drops. Very simple exercises. Lock your toes, lift your heel off the floor. You can use the other leg for balance, and then let your heel drop back down on the floor. You can also bend the knee for that to strengthen at a different angle. Last but not least, what you can integrate in your cool down is simply an Achilles tendon stretch. So we've done that in the warm-up already. To sum it up, can you run with plantar fasciitis? It depends. Most of the times, if the pain is not too intense, just reduce the volume to reduce how long you run, reduce the intensity, reduce how fast you run, integrate a gait training routine, and include in your warm-up and your cool down some therapeutic exercises. With all of this, you should be well on the way to fast recovery. Well, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video and that you've learned something new. Let me know in the comments below how long you've been suffering from plantar fasciitis. Subscribe to the channel, it really helps us and encourages us to do some more videos to help you, and I'll see you soon. À bientôt!